In your opinion, what's healthier to eat, fruits or vegetables?
Fruits are an essential part of a healthy diet. They are rich in essential vitamins and minerals, high in dietary fiber, and contain antioxidants that help protect cells from damage.
But vegetables are just as important. They provide a wide range of vitamins and minerals, are rich in dietary fiber, and many are low in calories, making them a great choice for weight management.
I agree that vegetables are important, but fruits have some unique benefits. For example, they are a great source of vitamin C, which is important for immune function and skin health.
But vegetables are also rich in vitamin C, as well as other important nutrients like vitamin A and potassium.
Fruits are also high in folate, which is important for cell growth and development. And the fiber in fruits can help lower cholesterol and improve heart health.
But vegetables, especially leafy greens, are high in phytochemicals, which may have anti-inflammatory and disease-fighting properties. And the fiber in vegetables supports digestive health and helps regulate blood sugar levels.
I didn't know that about phytochemicals. But fruits have a wider variety of antioxidants, which help protect against diseases like cancer and Alzheimer's.
Actually, some vegetables like tomatoes and peppers are also rich in antioxidants. And the variety of nutrients in vegetables can help prevent chronic diseases like heart disease and type 2 diabetes.
You make a good point. I guess the key is to consume a variety of colorful fruits and vegetables to get the most nutritional benefits.
Exactly. Both fruits and vegetables are valuable sources of essential nutrients, and including a variety of both in your diet is the best approach for overall health. A healthy diet should consist of whole, unprocessed foods that are rich in nutrients and low in added sugars and saturated fats.
I agree that whole foods are important, but I also think that some processed foods can be part of a healthy diet.
But processed foods are often high in added sugars, sodium, and unhealthy fats, which can increase the risk of chronic diseases.
Not all processed foods are created equal. Some, like frozen vegetables or canned beans, can be just as nutritious as their fresh counterparts.
That's true, but it's important to read labels and choose products that are low in added sugars and sodium.
Of course, but it's also important to consider other factors, like convenience and affordability. Not everyone has access to fresh, whole foods all the time.
I understand that, but studies show that people who eat a diet rich in whole, unprocessed foods have a lower risk of chronic diseases and a better overall health.
I don't disagree with that, but I also think that labeling foods as good or bad can create a negative relationship with food.
Yes, that's true, we shouldn't demonize any specific foods, but we also need to recognize that some foods are more nutritious than others.
I think the focus should be on overall dietary patterns rather than individual foods. A balanced diet that includes a variety of foods can be healthy.
Yes, balance is important, but we also need to consider the quality of the foods we're eating. A diet high in processed foods and added sugars can have negative health effects.
Yes, we should aim for whole, unprocessed foods as much as possible. But we also need to be realistic and find ways to make healthy eating accessible and enjoyable for everyone.
What are probiotics? Probiotics are live bacteria and yeasts that have various health benefits. They're usually added to yogurts or taken as food supplements and are often described as good or friendly bacteria. Probiotics help restore the natural balance of bacteria in your gut, including your stomach and intestines, when it's been disrupted by an illness or treatment. There's some evidence that probiotics may be helpful in some cases, such as helping to ease some symptoms of irritable bowel syndrome, known as IBS. For most people, probiotics appear to be safe. If you want to try them and you have a healthy immune system, they shouldn't cause any unpleasant side effects. However, when consuming probiotics, there are a few issues you need to be aware of. Probiotics are generally classed as food rather than medicine, which means they don't go through the same rigorous testing that medicines do. Because of the way probiotics are regulated, we also can't be sure that the product actually contains the bacteria stated on the food label. There are many different types of probiotics that may have different effects on the body, and there is little research about which types are best to use. For example, you may find a particular type of probiotic helps with one problem you might have, but this doesn't mean that other types of probiotics will work just as well. And there's a big difference between the pharmaceutical-grade probiotics that show promise in clinical trials and probiotics found in yogurts and supplements sold in shops. If you have an existing health condition or a weakened immune system and want to try probiotics to see if it can help you, then speak to your doctor for advice. We hope you found the information in this video useful.